So the top of Tukay is sponsored to you by Let's Talk. Now, if Miss Letter would please unblock my friend and let her do her job. Please follow my friend. Let's Talk, guys. This is the best blogger. So the top of Tukay is sponsored to you by Let's Talk. Now, if Miss Letter would please unblock my friend and let her do her job.
Hey guys, let's talk. Hey, I am so excited to have you guys in the building. This is my first time doing this, so I'm going to sit back and see where I am going from here. I am waiting for Trish, so you guys give me a second. I'm just waiting for her to come in. There's my talks, there's my stuff. All right. I see everybody in the comments section. Hey TK, hey Selena, hey Mel. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Make sure you like this and subscribe to this page. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I'm gonna try to look from this screen. I'm just waiting for Trish. She has the link, so I'm just waiting for her to come in, you guys. All right, I can hear myself, so we're good. Okay, perfect. So I'm just waiting for Trish to come in, you guys. So I just let her know. Let me text her really quick. And while we're waiting for Trish, let's go ahead and get into some backstory really quick, you guys. So as you guys know, this is my first time doing this. So work with me. I'm new to it. I ain't trying to make this a everyday thing, but I do want to go ahead and get into what's been going on. So, hey, you guys, welcome back to Let's Talk Blog. I'm not holding nothing back. So, before we go on to Trish, I want to go ahead and take a quick rewind, okay? So, we all know it's been a long ride. From outside looking in, things have started off, light, but just content creators linking up, to building and vibing. But somewhere along the lines, the energy has definitely shifted. Folks started throwing shade, friendships has cracked, and let's be honest, the lines have definitely been crossed, you guys. So now one of the biggest names have dropped in the storm, and it's Trish, and she's been called everything from loyal to dramatic, to hardworking to actually a beggar. So, most recently, she has found herself at odds with my good friend, Tukay. We want to go ahead and let her bring this in for herself. Let's go ahead and see where Trish is. And give me 1 second, you guys. Let me text her, you guys, and see has she already joined. Now, how y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling? Been a lot of stuff going on. So how y'all feeling today? It's 376 people here. So I really, I appreciate y'all for being here because I've been so nervous. I ain't even gonna lie. I've been really nervous. I've been talking to 2K. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this interview anymore or even break it down anymore. But I really appreciate the push from everybody. I appreciate my mod, Miss Amnesty, being in the building. I know she is down there somewhere. So thank you so much, Mrs. Amnesty, for being here. I'm just waiting now for Trish to join on in. So we can go ahead and get this show rolling because we ain't got all day, y'all. And I ain't got all day. Come on, Trish, where you at? Okay, join, girl. Hit the link. Okay, she hit me back. Hit the link. All right, y'all. I might be a little bit behind on here, so I'm just waiting for her to hit the link. Invite the guests. Copy. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me just go ahead and drop this link again for her so she can join in. Come on, Trish. Perfect. All right, y'all. I just dropped the link again for her. So we just waiting. There we go. Add Trish to the screen. And I think she's coming
Why
in.
so little? Oh, okay.
You little Trish, hold on. Let me get you up bigger.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Can you see? There we go, you guys. Let's welcome Trish to the platform. Hey, darling.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So let me go here. I got a couple of questions already in line for you. And give me a second. It's probably I'm on my desktop. Did I lose you, Trish?
No, I'm here. I mean,
Okay.
I at the bottom, but not at the top.
Oh, now I'm about to put you back at the top.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So we back at the top. And I know you see everybody's watching. So I got a couple of things. So give me a couple of seconds, darling. So first I want to go ahead and start off. You've definitely been at the center of a lot of controversy lately, and we've been watching a lot of drama unfold. Before we even get into anything, how are you doing mentally? How are you feeling mentally and physically?
Well, for the most part, I was feeling down, but at some point, I just picked my head back up and keep going. Like I ain't sweating it. You know what I'm saying? Everything's all good. It just I'm just hate that everybody just attacking me at one time. But my mental, I'm trying to say level headed. I mean, I'm just trying to say
Well, for those who don't know you, everybody, this is Latrician. This is Trish. She goes by, an endearing name as T Gutter. But for those who don't know you and is new to the platform, before we even get into any of the questions, who is Trish? How did you become a content creator? Where are you from? I know you're a mom. Who are you?
well, I'm Latrician Beaner, and they can go check my background. They dig up everything else. They go dig me up. They won't have shit. But anyways, I'm a single mother with a 5-year-old. I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm 37 years old, and everybody around me love me.
You the
Everybody,
same age, Trish.
mhm, everybody around me love me. So it's no hate around me. You know what I'm saying? I'm good vibe. I'm cool. I'm Aquarius, and like
So we all know that it seems that a lot of this drama and a lot of the conflict, because me watching your page, I've always saw you being not into much drama. You pretty much laid back, taking care of your daughter Kylie, going back and forth to school. Excuse me.
that's what
um,
I address. That's what I wanted to address because yeah, my page was none. None violence, none figures. Everybody just thought it's like everybody say, "Oh, let's pick Trish today. We go antagonize her every day. Let's pick her." You know what I'm saying? Cause who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I came to the country coming to be a country creator in 2000 and maybe 2000 and whenever we just came out like almost 2 years ago.
mhm.
Okay, I didn't know. I used to always go live, but I never knew about getting paid from Facebook. So when I started seeing everybody else, not everybody else, I just started seeing different getting paid from Facebook. I was like, hold up, what's going on? Like, shit, must I be on Facebook going talking shit about my baby dad or talking shit about anybody else? And
Right.
most of the shit I could be getting paid for this because this what I was doing. And my life was so caught up on being vented, trying to vent to people because I didn't have nobody else that stand beside me.
Mhm.
So when I came to my live as Vinny, tell him all my business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
think of I'm being truthful.
And how long ago was this? What year was this, Trish, when you first started?
I started like in 2021. The country creator getting paid.
Oh yes, when you start first doing your content, like start
Yeah,
going live.
content, but I've been doing live. I mean, if you go back and run the page that you tested me on, this is my original extra page I ever first.
I said,
Yeah,
Trish got 16,000 followers on here. Yes, we're gonna shout that page out too.
the first page I ever built in before I came to Latrice and Carly. The Latrice page blew up. Yeah, that page blew. I mean, that page been popping. That's my main of them all.
Okay.
Somehow the Latrice Bina page, I built that up from the ground up to 20K, to almost 25K.
Wow, you did. You
I
did.
built that up myself. Ain't nobody helped me. I built that up. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
where do you think? I remember you used to join Lynn Live again. This is for people. We're going to get into the questions. We know everybody's here, but where do you? I used to see you joining, Lynn Live and things like that. How did you get involved with this, the Content Creator House? I know that you have talent. We done saw you do a lot with, Tukay. That's where I really saw a lot of your following that I've seen come from. How did you get involved with the Content Creator House and notice with that?
I mean, between me and Lynn, how I became. What you want? You just want to start with Lynn, or you want to start with
First start with Lynn. Like, I know that, remember you guys, I remember y'all did a podcast last year. So how did you get introduced to Lynn to start going live with him? Y'all both from Louisiana,
no?
correct?
Yeah, we probably from Louisiana together, but I'm from a whole nother. But how I started with Lynn is the day Lynn I used to watch Lynn a lot, but I never want, I used to watch him, support him, I come in it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be Lynn bodyguard because I see how people was antagonize him, like as when he had that fight at the store. I became his bodyguard when he had that fight at the store.
I remember that.
Okay.
I remember that. I remember the store. Okay.
And I say, well, I'm gonna come Lynn bodyguard because I see now he need a bodyguard. And it's just I vibe with him, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with him. And he turned on me, I guess this what they do.
So
And
how did you get moving forward from that? I know a lot of we've been all unfolding it just to speed everybody up. When you got invited, what made you? Did you know that? Were you talking to Trell and them prior to the Content Creator House, or it just came up to you like, hey, I want to get invited?
I met them. And it was a vibe. It was a whole vibe. Number good energy, number good, talking. And we just got to talking more and more. And we came up with the conclusion of, the Content Creator House, and everybody get to, out of country. Not on no message type shit. Everybody was to come into the Content Creator House and get money as far as building our page, making our content go up. That's what this house is about. You know what I'm saying? Treading was a good vibe. I fuck with them. It wasn't no, oh, let me start talking to them because this person, it wasn't that. I went to their show because I fuck with him and I like him. I like how his content is too. I like his content.
He does. I remember when I started seeing Trell, I remember he was doing a lot of the dresses. I know that he's very talented in making like the prom dresses and things like that. But I got a couple of questions. Let's go ahead and get into while we're here. So, well, not just that, because again, I'm the type of person, like I said before you even came on, I want to try to be that biased blogger, and I don't pick sides. I told him before I came on live, I don't hate you. I don't have an issue with you. Y'all know I'm a type of blogger. I'm going to troll. I'm going to laugh. But at the end of the day, I try to be respectful and a nice person. I acknowledge as well, a lot of people, we all hear a lot of people, reference your speech impediment. And I want people to know that that is a speech impediment that you have, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that you have a disability with being slow, because my daughter has a speech impediment. And then by you having an accent, it makes it a little bit more sharper. But I think us and all the audience right now can hear that, Trish has common sense. Trish is not slow. And to the bullying, I can see a lot of bullying in your comments. And I address that. And it's not cool as a woman to sit back and see that. And I'm trying to stay away from that as well within myself. But some of the questions that I do want to ask you, I did write them down. You give me one quick second. Let me just go back. There's a lot of talk that you felt that you would use. So let's go into that first, before we even go into the beef, because I saw how it transgressed with you and Tukay. And from what I remember, you came on to the show and it was a reference where 2K had mentioned somebody's fiance or wife, whatever the case may be. I don't want to make it about that, but after the show, it just seemed like, a lot of people felt like your personality changed. You start getting big headed. But it was a lot of talks that you felt that you were used. Can you explain where you felt that you were used by 2K, and where is all of this coming from now?
If we go be for real, we go be for real. We go keep it a book. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He invited me to his show. You know what I'm saying? I took a liking to 2K, like he was like a brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I knew he was playing in my face. I just didn't want to, way before this content creator, let's stop the bullshit with the content creator house. Because this don't have to do with the content creator house. Let's stop the bullshit with that. The company need to stop the bullshit. Because this have nothing to do with that. Because way before this content creator came out, my city, the comments, as y'all see, was saying 2K was playing in your face, Trish. Don't let him play in your face, Trish. 2K don't fuck with you. 2K don't like you.
Can you elaborate on that though? Like, what did you mean? Like 2K don't?
Knocking it out as if, nah, 2K fuck with me, y'all. I can't just say that. We laugh, we joke, we play. 2K fuck with me. And I came to a conclusion and realized that when I went back and watched a lot of videos and went back and said back, I was like, okay, cool. He playing in my face. I kept the game going. I was getting paid though. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I just kept the game going. What got me with 2K is when I'm being truthful to him, telling him that, yeah, I've been to the gym, and he started calling me fat and all this and whatever, and the comments calling me slow. He saying it. He said basically he playing in my face like I'm slow too. And I just went along with the game, but deep down I got feelings too. I'm hearing this like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? And treat me as if what I'm saying, like treat me as if I wanted your. But 2K was my brother, and why did he let the stub hug treat me the way they treated me?
I was going to ask you, so we're going to get into that. I got some questions about the sub clubs, but before we get into that, right? What when you said that was your brother and y'all was cool? What, looking back, what would make you, like, if you felt as though that you were being used or you felt like you were being manipulated in any way? Why not had addressed that to him, like, hey, 2K, or is that what's bringing, that
he could have addressed that with me outside Facebook? Outside YouTube. He could have called me, and if he wanted to feel like he wanted anything he had to say to me, he could have said that. When I public humiliate me in front of the whole audience, in front of everybody, I feel like, yeah, you was talking down on me.
So you feel like it was the public humiliation when they did the weight, when they was going to the gym? Because remember, both of y'all was.
I was joking because it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking, but when you taking it like, oh, you just fat, you started eating. They didn't tell me I had to stop eating they didn't tell me I had to stop eating what I was eating. That because I'm trying to lose a little weight. You know what I'm saying? Now if you gonna motivate me. But he did call me fat on his live.
But he did. Hey, he did. Shit, 2K, you did. You
and
did. You did.
But
I don't think it was in a way of, but again, if you're already feeling like you're being bullied in the comments and you're already, like you said, you're human. So, hey, but I don't remember him saying you were fat to the sense. I remember it was like, you're not working out, Trish. And then he started referencing the videos of you not working out. But again, I could be wrong. I got to go back and look. Don't quote me.
Okay. And then he was like, it's just a lot of shit he was just saying. Damn, you just made me forget what I was for the fucking say. But he was it's just like he just started. I'm like, 2K, what? Like, and then he just started bringing up other shit, and that's like, oh, okay, I guess it now. You know what I'm saying? I guess it now. So now, hold up, now you like, yo, you throwing shit at me the wrong way, because I thought me and you being friends, and he started this bring me on his live to talk about Trail. And I feel like that was wrong because I fuck with Trail too. And you put me in the middle of some shit that had nothing to do with me. And everybody that started attacking me from that lie, like I did something wrong. And I wanted to just leave me out of it because that's not what I'm here for. I was not there to talk about nobody else. You gonna talk about somebody, talk about me. I was not there.
What was it set it off? Because I remember it was about, if I'm not mistaken, it was in reference to, hold on, let me just move something.
Your friends.
I remember it was, give me a second. I'm just trying to get some of the comments up. I don't want to have nothing. If I'm not mistaken, it was in reference to it was a bill or something like that. And he did mention that, you know, you should probably go over to your friends to help. And you got to think, you know,
no.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me about a bill. I didn't come and tell him shit. He asked me about a bill, and I said, "Oh, Tukay is already paid." And he said, "Go to my friend house like I was coming here to ask for some money." No. Did you hear me say that? Did you hear me come in my say, "Oh, Tukay, I need help with a bill"? Be fair.
You're right. You didn't. I didn't hear you say that. But then you got to also listen.
I mean, that's your friend. I understand.
You're right. Listen, 2K is my friend and 2K is my bro, but 2K knows right is right. But I want to also say this, Trish, because 2K is my friend, before all of this transpired, I told 2K this was going to happen. I told 2K, and not even the sense of you guys with the fallout. It's the nature of the fallout, because it's not that, you know, it's one thing, you know, look, you and him fell out, y'all not cool no more. It's one thing. But then for the go on a spree of he hasn't done nothing for me, or to insinuate that, you know, let me finish, you know, because we know that's not true. Now, again, that's not true. 2K has done for you. So I think a lot of times the way you walk away is the way everything else goes out the window, if that makes sense.
Let me ask you a question. What have you helped me with?
Trish.
No. We gonna keep it a buck, because he just
having him in the sub cups. How cute the sub cups are one, right?
What have he helped me with that y'all act like that I owe him something? Because if he did shit, I'm not a part. Whatever he did for me, take me. Whatever he did for me, because I came on his show. It was nothing that he did for me out of kind of his motherfucking heart. Whatever you did for me, I came on your show and gave you a fucking show. Even whether it was humiliated, whether it was embarrassment, whether it was anything, I still came on your fucking show. So you gonna pay me. And that's what he did. So it didn't want like he was giving me something. He like that's helping me out. You wanted me to come on your show, you want to humiliate me. So I gave you what you wanted.
Hold on,
even when you didn't know it. Even when you did know that, I gave him what he wanted.
Is it showing it? Give me 1 second. I'm trying to show. So I'm trying to see, because Sarah just written a comment as well. I don't know why it's not trying to come up.
And I support him.
Why did you bring? So again, why would you bring? Listen, yesterday was like a strict meltdown. Yesterday, when I looked at the page, now I remember you did some videos before, and then 2K told you, "Look, I don't want to go back and forth with you, Trish. Look, I'm not going to sit back and I'm not going to go low." But then yesterday, after his show again, I don't know if it was after or during, I saw all the videos that you were sharing, all the insinuation of domestic violence, as well as, completely going off on Sir. And for a fact, Sir has nothing to do. Sir has never disrespected you, Trish. But hold on, let's just start there. Do you think that you owe Sir an apology? Honestly, woman to woman, would your beef with 2K is 2K?
No, listen. It's a lot of shit that I see with my own two eyes. It's a lot of shit that she done said about me, and I kept hush. Even after she did took it like to me. It's a lot of shit she said. Even after that, she just made a post. That slow ass girl. That slow girl. Oh, she was retarded. Shit like that. So that mean I take that shit to the heart. That mean it was I baited it and you bit. And you calling me slow. So that mean that's how y'all look at me really. Y'all really
was this before or after the altercations?
It was before, because it was a lot of shit she said about me. It was before. They made fun of me in the comments and shit. It wasn't just that. She made fun.
I can only testify to what I see and what I know. And I'm not going to say, I can only testify to what I see and to what I know.
I apologize for is bringing her in it, because how I flashed out. But don't get me wrong where I flashed out because how I would act out of when he told me don't speak on him no more, don't say shit else to me, and he blocked me on all his platforms. And before you can go on live on your on YouTube 4 days ago and talk about me, put a whole fucking script on there and talk about me, then you come back again with another storyline about me. Then you just tell me no
What was
speak.
the other storyline? It was more to me. It looked like it was more.
But you like I didn't know what he. I can admit I didn't know what he was gonna talk about. I just know I thought he was gonna go ham on me, so I got him before he got me. Basically, that's what it was.
And I think that's where we have to like draw. If we are like, so think about this. If me and 2K was to ever fall out, I'm never going to think that 2K is going to go 100 wire on me. I would never think that. I would never think that 2K is going to try to expose me or to sit back and go hardball. So if I was to see, even if I was to see like me with a thumbnail and I've known that I have sat back and been talking about him after he's asked me not to, I'm not going to automatically get defensive if I'm knowing, let me say this, only if I'm knowing that I've done stuff. I got to wait first. Do you think that you jumped the gun first though? Because he hasn't been in on you.
Even after all the bullshit, where did I fuck up at between our relationship? Tell me, what did I fuck up at? Because all I can see now is you mad at me because I'm friends with Trail. That's all.
Do you think that? Do you?
I would have came down too. Because at the end of the day, that's cool.
So do you think that 2K and you guys are beefing is because you're going to the content creator house?
It's most definite. It's most definite that. Anybody can see that. It's most definite that because what all the conflict come in it.
I saw it as control. I think a lot of people took it. It's almost like with the Candy situation when her and Diamond was going back and forth. You guys took friendly blow up. You get what I mean? Like it's like friendly back and forth. I don't think it was something to blow up with each other.
Because I stayed solid. I never went today over there and talked about 2K, and them people never told me nothing. I even never knew that him and 2K had words or whatever. I never knew none of that because it wasn't my business. Y'all brought me in that shit, dog, and that shit hurt because y'all brought me in that shit.
Well, how did he bring you in when he referenced you to go over to them? When he referenced,
he like go over to your friends. So I felt like you being salty. What you mean going up to my friends?
You asked
my friend too. You my friend too. You know what I'm saying? So why would I have to get put on the middle of some bullshit that had nothing to do with me? I'm getting upset because the shit is pissing me off because that shit had nothing to do with me. And everybody just attacking me is from this fucking lie.
No, you're right. In all actuality, again, right is right and wrong is wrong. At the end of the day, you shouldn't have been brought into the conflict. No accent or anything. And if you felt as though your financial situation, even though you brought it on Facebook, once you went on your friend's platform, another person that you're doing business with that he doesn't talk to shouldn't have been brought into the mix. That is right. But once it did happen, why did the blow up transgress so much from your end, Trish? Was this already bottled up? Did you already feel like you start talking about religion?
I would have I would have had built up shit in me that motherfucker been attacking me already. They been way before Kate. I knew Kate. My people from my hometown can tell you, Trish, don't go back over there. Yeah, I sit on my life. Trish, don't go back over there to 2K. He's humiliating you. He don't like you. He's playing in your face. I thought otherwise of that. You know what I'm saying? So it fucked me up because I'm like, I look back on things and I see that he really was playing in my face. You had to go back and watch the video too. Yeah, I can't say he wasn't playing in my face because he was. I'm not slowed. I'm not done. I just played into his hand. Whatever game he thought he played on me, I played him back on him. Fair game. Motherfuckers out there playing me, I was playing the same thing. It is what it is. But the thing about it, I would get my money. He was trying to humiliate me. All my backslash came from him and his subhubs and his followers and whoever else. I never had that problem.
So do you think that a lot of it, this by them being called the subhubs, I'm not a part of the groups or the group chat. So again, I don't know a lot of the inside or the stuff that's going on or wow, again, that's why I try to stay as a blogger. I try to keep out of these groups so I can try to keep, a stay ahead. I got my little Let's Talk group, but I try to keep them out. But again, do you really, me personally watching 2K show, the subhubs has, and what I've seen helped you when you've asked or if it's paying a bill or maybe like if you're on live, do you think that a lot of your supporters come from the subhubs? Not saying that you don't have your supporters, like when you're on your regular live, when you have your Cash App pinned.
And I still don't get nothing. Like I just told y'all, 95% don't fuck with me. 5% fuck with me. Whether it's hey Trish, how you doing, vending or what, it ain't all about the money. It ain't all about the money. Now I don't ask people to pay my bills because I pay my own bills. Now if I'm asking for something to eat, yeah, sure enough, I beg. Who don't beg? Motherfuckers beg in private. Example, ain't Scoop, ain't Scoop. Auntie Scoop, whatever she called herself, if she was supposed to be having an organization and she was all for help, if she was all for helping the people, why not help them? You downs them, you talk about them. So who have you helped again? Where have the money been going? In your pocket. That means she been.
Now we cannot. Now again, that's I don't know.
I see nobody
say that, Trace.
I see nobody say that. I ain't Scoop.
I know. I don't
who
know.
Who has she helped on this platform that we seen that she helped? Be honest.
I'm not in the groups.
I mean, period. Who has she helped that actually was in, that actually she helped a family that needed, a single mother that needed help? Well, she did more than die on them to help them.
Again, I'm not in the personal groups, but I don't think that people would be donating to a cause that Auntie Scoop was doing if somebody wasn't benefiting from it. I don't think that, Auntie Scoop is doing an LLC to fraud people out of money off of Cash Apps and stuff like that. And again, we're going to talk about that because I seen what you did to Aunt Scoop. But Trish, we got to be fair because you my girl. You my girl.
What did I do? Because for one, listen. Okay, yeah. You know why I did that? You know why I did that? Mm-hmm. She spoke on me, right? She spoke on me, right?
She did. She spoke.
Okay.
Trish.
Now on the day, I left her alone. I don't give a damn about that. My shit's way longer than her still. I don't give a fuck about this.
Y'all the same left. That's the thing. Y'all gotta think about it. I said no, Trish.
My shit longer.
That's not the one.
All this right here is my weird hair. All this shit is my weird. No, I got more hair than Scoop. This is shit that tightened down. I got more hair than Scoop. We gonna keep that a book. But anyway,
I like y'all too. Y'all too is a mess.
Scoop came in. The situation is when she got on Tukay live, and she told Tukay that she was gonna slap me in my face. That's when the shit came back about. I never spoke on Tukay no more. I never spoke on Scoop no more. After that, when he said y'all squash that shit, leave that shit alone, I thought that shit was dead. I thought that shit was done. She said she gonna slap in my face. Where they come from? How you gonna slap me? What the fuck I did? And I'm lying. It's a whole video up on 2K. When I see that bitch Trish, I'm gonna slap that bitch in her face.
But Aunt Scoot said that she said, because you was talking, you played with her nephew, and we saw the lot.
What nephew I played with?
It was, if I'm not mistaken, I'm talking about the other day. I don't know what it was.
No. We talking about, okay, I thought you was talking about everything that happened in the past, not the future.
Okay. See, I'm talking, I don't know about the, okay.
I'm talking about the past of what we talking about now with all this shit that came about. Because she got on 2K Live and said, I'm going to slap Trish. And that's what keep this shit back up. He said he was gonna ride with her, and that's another why I fell back. Because you supposed to be my friend, and I look at you as a brother, and you told me that you a ride with Scoop, and you want to even that I understand, but that's why I separate myself. Because if I really wanted to come see you in Sour, it was gonna be in a fucked up situation that I feel like you would have set me up, and we would have.
You got to think about it. In all honesty, like he says, we don't see 2K sharing postings that Auntie Scoot says about you. So when you tagging him and stuff about Auntie Scoot and his daughter, I'm talking about recent stuff. I'm talking about this, how it came back up. That's why it's like a look. We're not talking.
She said she was gonna slap me in my face, and that's when it went from there. The beef started back from there.
So here's
the most shit they talk about people, they need to sweep around their own front door, before they try to sweep around somebody else's front door. Sweep around your own front door, because you got more shit to be worried about than trying to come up here and trying to talk about somebody else and hit me or somebody. You need to be worried about this. Fish this, bitch. Fish this.
Well, that's how we can go into this, because here's one of the questions. Some viewers about how we can sweep around our own front doors, and this is how you can sit back and how your effort. Some viewers say that you beg, while others say you just ask for help. what's the real story behind these accusations? Because hold on, let me finish. 2K has always praised you for working. He always say that. Let me say that. Let me say this again. So again, you mentioned that you work a real job, and you show up online as well. So do people overlook your efforts that you put in?
They definitely overlook the bigger picture that I do have a job and I do make money. They overlook the bigger picture of what I do, because I do take care of my household. I don't do no drugs. I don't drink. I went to the boat and gambled at one time, but I'm not a gambler. I don't go to the boat every day. I don't have no habits. I still have to take care of my baby and my bills. And whenever somebody give me, I show them what I do with it. So I show them what I do with it. So it's not like I'm not showing them what I'm not doing with the money that if I am getting support, I'm showing y'all what I'm doing with it.
Well, with all the pressure right now that you're doing, let's move to another question. So again, like you said, that you know a lot of stress and everything was mounting up on you. We saw a video on Catch This Tea. Shout out to Catch This Tea. How do you explain, the incident with the homeless person? What happened? What happened?
Let me tell you something with that one. I was driving through. I was on the phone with my cousin. He jumped in front of my car. When he jumped in front of my car, he just started throwing everything, cussing me out and everything. So I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't do nothing. Only reason why that I put the camera on and started recording him and flashed out, because of what he just did to me. But child, anybody know that I'm all for the homeless, because I help the homeless right now. I feed the homeless right now. They come knock on my door, I'm feeding them. They ask for me for anything, I'm feeding them. Outside of Facebook, I have a real life and a heart for people. I was just in a heated moment, and I did say something that I did say that I should take back, and I took that back, and I take accountability to what I just did for my actions. But at the same time, y'all don't know what he just did. From all the backslash I'm getting on Facebook, and he came out of nowhere attacking me too, and I'm like, what's going on? So now
there was a lot going on. It was definitely
I got to know I have emotions and feelings too, and I don't know him. I didn't know anything was wrong with him until the people in my city told me. But I'm thinking he just on my level the way I'm on his level. He just out here until they told me that he had a problem. Okay, then yeah. But far as they me just let me call him and let people make fun of him. No, that was not my intention. My intention was to have my proof what just happened to me, and I just flashed back out. And everybody was around was saying he did. Even if the police would have put up, they would have. I had people defending me. They was.
I was just about to ask you: Have you seen this person before, or have you seen them after?
I never seen them before, but even after that, I still went back and I apologized. I didn't let Facebook know because they wanted their business, but I apologized and I bought him some Raising Cane because he was by Raising Cane. I bought him some Raising Cane, and I gave it to him and gave him $5, dog, because I got a heart, because I've been there. I've been struggling. I've been place to place too and living house to house. So I know how to fucking feel to be. I want visitor on the street, but I know how to feel to not to go where to go the next night and try to figure out what you and your baby go lay your head in. So I've been there. But it wants to humiliate him. But they go make up narrative. They go say whatever they gotta say. Okay, it's fine. They stop attacking me, leave me alone because I haven't done nothing to nobody. And that shit do hurt.
So it sounded like it was a lot of built up, frustration that unfortunately happened on camera. But a lot of people ask, why did Trish record? So I think that a lot of times we have.
I would call to let everybody know how I would act is what he just did to me. Okay. It wasn't nothing that let's just take a picture and make fun of him. No.
I'm glad. That's why I want you to clear that up, because a lot of times, we go, we get emotional and we hit that live button, and before we know it, that first impression. Always remember, as soon as somebody click on your page, it's somebody that's never seen you before, somebody that's never came across you before, and first impressions last forever. And as a content creator, we do judge by what we see, but a lot of times, because again, I've been watching you, I wouldn't define you off of that moment, and I figured it was like a big meltdown. But let's just get back on track with the 2K situation. I want to ask you a couple more questions before we about to wrap up this live. You've known 2K from the early days. What's the biggest difference?
I have watched him, love his content, but his content wasn't messy as it is now. His content was okay. Oh, he's
Tukay used to be sitting back having it where we went on field trips.
Content was they messy at first, so I took it like into
I think it wasn't as messy with the content creators, more so just regular stories that was already out there.
It was vibe. It wasn't no as it is now.
So what's the biggest difference between the Tukay that you supported then to the one that you're seeing now that just happened, this miscommunication?
Found out, actually a lot of stuff I just really found out, and it would just hit me left and right, and I was like, well, I didn't know that he don't like black people. I didn't know that he don't like black women. That's why he so much protects black women. I didn't
His mother is African American, though. Trish.
Okay. Even after that.
That's Trish. Tukay black. His kids is black. What is Trish? Trish. His daughters are black.
But anyway,
his son is black. Like
even then, I was like, a man that don't believe in God don't love himself. A man that don't believe in the man who made him don't love himself. So how can I be friends with a man who don't love himself? Who don't love nobody around him? Who don't care about nobody's feelings around him? Only care about his feelings. He don't care about nobody's feelings around him. He didn't even care about my feelings. So that's when I came to the conclusion. He don't fuck with me like he said he do. Man don't believe in God.
So in defense with just Tukay being my friend, I didn't see those videos, and when I seen them, the only reason why they didn't strike me or really taint the way I look at Tukay is because one thing I've noticed and one thing I know for sure, the quickest way to get into an argument is you talk about politics and religion. When we're on the phone, think about it. When religion's not going to come up, nor politics. So it would not never change the way I look at him because I don't got a fellowship with him, nor are we voting for the same Democratic or, whatever public, whatever party that's going for. So when it comes to Tukay helping you or you guys going on the show, you guys never did communication about religion nor politics. So why would that interfere with his character that he's always presented? Because he's always been the same Tukay.
It haven't been in the same because I never just really heard him say anything about God. I always kept my faith. I always talked about faith on his live.
And he never shouted you down either.
They
but he never, right. So thanks to what you said, he never told you that he didn't believe, but he never discouraged you to believe as well, though.
But I mean, my belief is my believing, and I'm not
right. You gotta think about. So I think again,
I'm not gonna let nobody tell me if we friends. Oh, don't believe in God, or I'm gonna stop. No.
Well, again,
he believing his believing because he got to pay for his own sins, just like I have to pay for my own sins.
Agreed. Okay. Next question. So then we're about to get on out of here because while he's right here, we know that Tukay is watching. So if Tukay is watching, more than likely he is. What would you say directly to Tukay right now, respectfully and unfiltered? We're guys about to end this live. This is actually going to be the last question that I asked, but for one, to Tukay answer, and with everything that's been going on and everything that's wrapped up, I'm almost certain there's no men's, and we're not bringing you here to mend the friendship or anything like that. But moving forward, where do we go from here? What's next? What's next for Tukay and Trish? Like, what's next? Is we done with the trolling? What do you want to say?
I wish him well and God bless. I wish him well and God bless.
There we have it. So before we end, what's next for you? Are you still going to the content creator house? Let me go ahead and get your page shouted out.
I'm definitely going. I'm gonna go have fun. I'm getting out my city, going to another city, and for the turn up. Well,
Trish, it has been a pleasure definitely talking to you today. I appreciate all 886 people that's on here watching.
And you know what? The 186 that's on here is number his people. I'm looking at these comments and I see number negative. I never seen not one positive note on here.
Well, look at this.
I expect it, and I'm gonna charge that shit, and I'm gonna keep it booked.
Look at this. I'm one of Tukay's people, and I'm not gonna say nothing negative, and I'm here to be positive. So you guys, that's the end. I'm gonna go back and get y'all because I saw y'all cutting up in the comment section. We're gonna go ahead and follow Trish page, you guys. But other than that, make sure you subscribe, you guys. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my page. Until next time, you guys, I really enjoyed you guys. I'm going to get some of these comments. Let me just look at the chat. But y'all was cutting up. Y'all was cutting up. Tukay, you was cutting up too. Bye, you guys. Subscribe to Let's Talk. Let me go ahead and get my outro out. This is why I'm here. I want to go ahead and just give a shout out to my homeboy Tukay. If y'all don't know, I am Let's Talk because of my homeboy Talks with Tukay. I know a lot of you guys are here, so thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing it. I see you guys.
So the Talk with Tukay is sponsored to you by Let's Talk. Now, if Miss Letter would please unblock my friend and let her do her job. Please follow my friend. Let's Talk, guys. This is the best blog